is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pigskin Blitz, very first episode of Friday Night Football, where it is all football all the time. So we are going to have a hour-long, maybe a little bit longer stream. Who knows? We'll see where it goes. Discussing kind of where we're thinking the football season is going to go next year. Talk a little bit about the power rankings. Maybe a little bit about the draft. I didn't really watch a lot of the draft. I don't know a lot about what happened in the draft, but we may touch a little bit on that and just kind of get people's opinions and see kind of where they think the season is going to go. But I do have my good buddy, my brother from another mother, the other half of the Poor Boys with me tonight. He's going to be hanging out with me. We're going to be bullshitting, talking football, and doing a Bourbon County Stout, Cherrywood Stout review for you guys. So it's going to be a fun night. So let's go ahead and bring him on up.
Would you quit, bro? Please.
The button, you weren't there, and then you were, and then you weren't. And I'm like, oh, shit, what happened? What is up, brother?
Man, living the dream, having a good time. Enjoying this weekend, and also, I do want to say, remember the reason why we have this 3-day weekend. Remember our troops. Never forget our troops. Whether you're deployed, whether you're retired, never forget why we have this 3-day weekend. It is Veterans Day for the veterans.
Yeah. Man, I'm living the dream. We got Kathy Bates in the house. Hello, my dear. I love you. How are we doing? J Rock, what's up? Cheers. And Mick T is in the house. Actually, Mick T, we will be doing, I believe, tomorrow, an unboxing of that cane. Mick T actually made a cane for my roommate. Nice. Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
We've been sitting on it for a minute because we've been trying to find the right time to do the unboxing. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get to the unboxing so everybody can see that. So we'll have to figure out what channel it's going to be on, where it's going to be. It might be on Blue Farms. I'm not sure where it's going to be unboxed at, but it'll be on one of the two channels. So
what up, Mick T? What up, J Rock? How you doing, good sir? Kane Sample in the house.
Oh yeah, Kane.
And by the way, we are multicasting this for those that did not know.
Come on, man. You want me to do it now?
He's like, oh man.
Okay.
I kind of want to be here while you do it.
All right. So apparently, little change of plans, real quick.
We're gonna open it right now.
I just got handed the box that was shipped from across the pond. That Mick T had made a cane for my roommate who is a wounded veteran, and so I'm pretty excited to see this.
God bless you, Matt.
We literally just told him skulls and the colors red and black. So we have no idea what this looks like. We have no idea what to expect. So yes, please. I do need a knife because he wrapped the crap out of this thing.
Yes. Whenever I got my thing right here, thing was wrapped like a champ. So trust me, he does not want any of that wood to scrape. He does not want that.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, this is I'm very excited to see this. I'm very excited.
So Mick T, they are going to open up the box. And for people on the TikTok, we are on Pigskin Blitz YouTube.
No, it's not. All right.
And Kathy Bates, yes, I'm on the TikTok.
All right. Let me see if I can do this. On the very edge.
Mick T said it took ages to wrap it. Well, he said it took ages, but I'm guessing he meant it took ages to wrap it. Yes.
Yeah, it's not going to take me that long to undo it, but I'm trying to do it very carefully because I don't want to damage anything in the process. All right.
So cheers to you, Mick T, man. You freaking do great work, brother.
Should have started this before.
Oh, so he said it took ages for him to make, not wrap. So it took ages for him to make. Sarah, Jesse, welcome. I'm sure it looks amazing, McT. I cannot wait to see this thing. I do love a good black and red palette, so I can't wait to see this thing.
Go get Matt real quick.
Okay.
Dude, yeah, I'm already seeing a little bit of piece of this, dude. This thing's freaking filthy, bro. Hold on, let me finish.
McT's a freaking man. He's amazing what he does. If you want to see if you want to see what the unboxing is, check us out on Big Skin Blitz YouTube.
Holy crap!
Whoa,
dude!
That is the coolest
here's the
thing.
handle.
That is a badass skull. Hell yeah!
Dude. And then
the skull's all the way down it.
Yeah,
Holy
and then
shit.
right here it says "Thank you for your service."
That's badass.
Yeah, and then on the back side, look at that skull.
That's sick, Mick.
And
bro.
it's all red and black. There's another
yes.
skull down here. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Look at there's another skull down here, and then look at this, dude. You got like a freaking
beak.
I don't know what kind of bird that is, but that is filthy.
Dude, Mick, bro. That is amazing, man.
Holy cow.
McT rock.
Dude, yeah.
This thing is badass.
Yeah, this is freaking.
And I'm sure it looks better in person than it does on camera, too.
He was in the middle of something.
Oh, dude.
I'm sure it looks 10 times better in person than what it does.
That one looks awesome. Look, he's smoking.
Yeah. He's got a cigar.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, these are and this one's just dude.
Looks like its eyes move.
Dude, that's so cool.
That is awesome.
Dude, you do amazing work.
Heck yeah.
Like, holy crap.
Dude, that thing is
detail on this. Like, this is all carved, bro. Like, this is all like, this isn't add-ons. This is the wood itself that has been carved down, and it's like, oh my god, dude, this is.
And the fact that it goes from the handle all the way down, like the entire thing is.
And then the handle, if you look at, dude, it almost looks like a gun handle.
That is badass.
See what I'm saying? Like, it almost looks like it's like the butt end of a rifle. You know what I mean?
Matt's
dude, that's dope, dude.
Has he seen it yet? Like, I want to get his like reaction.
He said he was in the middle of doing something, so hold on. He'll come out.
I want to see what, and I'm sure McT wants to see his reaction too. On
that I will accept that. I don't know if he'll come up on camera, but you'll definitely hear his reaction for sure.
And Kathy Bates, I'm gonna read this because it's straight gold.
That is the
Brick
coolest.
and Frack. Give them a whack. They give us all sorts, from drinks to sports. I get hazy when they drive me crazy. Oh, Ivan, what up, Soon Rich? So Soon Rich is in
Ivan, how we doing? Okay, Soon Rich. All right.
What up?
What's going on? Thanks for popping over. Yeah, we were just admiring the cane that McT made for my my buddy who lives with me. He's a wounded veteran, and he's got this badass cane that he's made. It's just covered in skulls, and dude, this thing is freaking awesome, dude.
I show that off again because that thing deserves to be shown off again. That thing is just straight beautiful, man.
So let me see if I can get back in here. So this is the skull on the handle, okay, and it's like 3-dimensional, bro. It like comes up off the freaking top of the cane itself. And then, like I said, the handle is kind of shaped almost like a gun would be, like an old school, like revolver or something almost. And then it's got these, like, it's all wood. I don't think any of this is added on. I think this is all the wood that's been carved down. And so it looks like it's got leather wrapping around it, but it's actually the wood, I believe, dude. This thing is freaking awesome, dude. It's got skulls. There's one at the top.
Insane, man.
And then, like I said, it says "Thank you for your service" on it right there. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's nuts, dude. There's another skull here, and then I realized that the one on the very bottom is actually a soldier, and he's smoking a cigar.
Dude, that is dope as hell, Mick, man.
Dude,
Well
yeah,
done, Mick. Hell,
dude, when you come up here, you'll actually get to see it and hold it, bro. You'll actually get to experience it because me showing it to you through the camera does not do it justice.
yeah, I said, whenever you're showing that off, there's no way there's no way it's doing that justice at all.
Dude, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Mick T, well fucking done, brother.
Yes.
And I don't mean to curse on here, but well fucking done. That thing is absolutely gorgeous, man.
And I know Matt is going to absolutely freaking love it, dude. So thank you very much for doing that, man. I really appreciate you.
Whenever he comes in the room, we need to stop the stream whenever he's done doing what he's doing. And you need to give that to him because I want to hear his reaction when he sees that thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I want to see his reaction.
Yeah, he should be out here in a second, hopefully. All right. Well, hey, while we're waiting, why don't we do this BCS beer review real quick?
So yes,
let's check this out.
So we are reviewing the Bourbon County Stout 2021 Cherry Wood. So this is this year's variant that just came out in November of this year. It's the newest Bourbon County Stout. It has the Cherry Wood. And it is a 14.
And as Chad so meagerly put earlier, it comes in at only a 14.2. I'm like, only? Wait, what? Where's
only? Well, I mean, I've already had 6 beers and a few shots tonight, so obviously my hat's turned sideways. I can't even get my hat on straight. So the fact that this thing is not going to get me drunk, probably not.
Right. Oh yeah, thank you, Ivan. I appreciate that.
That's my boy.
All right, I'm gonna pop this real quick.
All right, well, welcome in, Ivan. I know you came over from the TikTok, so welcome.
Hell yeah. The name of the drink. This is the Bourbon County Stout. It is their Cherry Wood Stout. Yeah, dude, mine did that the last time. Remember?
Good God. I don't know where that went. That was
shot clear across the room on me the last time we did this.
I don't know where that cap went.
Right.
Shnikes. I took my breath away for a second. I was not expecting that.
And I did not actually. I normally, I normally chill mine, like an hour before, a little bit before I'm going to drink it. I actually did not do that today, so this is actually fully room temperature for those who have watched.
Okay, so smell it and tell me what smells you get. Smell it just the way it is, because you get the wood from the barrels. You get a little bit of the cherry, and you get a sweetness out of it. I don't know where that sweetness comes from. You get maybe a little bit of the. You can't say cherry because it's the wood. It's cherry wood, so you don't really get cherries. But there's a sweetness that comes of it.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a molasses smell, almost like a thick sugary smell. You know what I mean? Versus a cherry. I mean, yeah, you're getting a little bit of that smell definitely from the wood. You're going to get a little bit of the cherry smell just from the wood itself. But I mean, and I'm not sure about the taste. I'm hoping that I get a little bit of the, cherry taste to it. That'd be, that's what I'm hoping for, but I don't know. So we'll see.
And Ivan, this is the 2021 Bourbon County Stout. This is the newest Bourbon County Stout that came out in November of last year, but this is the newest one. They come out every November. Again, it comes in at a cool, just 14.2%.
Yeah, just nothing. All right, I'm gonna pour this out and let's see what this looks like once we pour this beast out.
Yeah, here on TikTok. Yeah, there's the Bourbon County Stout. Whew. This thing's gonna put my freaking.
I actually got, and I wasn't expecting a lot of head on this just because of the fact of the high alcohol percentage, but I actually got a good one finger out of it. So I'm gonna let that sit for just a second. But see, and you're using the proper glass as well. I'm using a beer mug that's meant for lagers and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not meant to have stout strike out of it.
So yes, it is a dark beer. It is relatively thick. The head on it is very thick. It's a 14.2, so that head will dissipate pretty quickly. As you see it went from a finger head, now it's down to like a half a finger.
Dude, I had one finger, and then it was like immediately gone.
Yeah, so that head's going to dissipate quite fast, and I mean that was a finger head up to here, and it's already gone to here.
See, now that I've poured it, I'm getting a little bit of a different smell than in the bottle, bro.
It does. So you get a little bit of the oak from the barrel.
Yeah, you definitely get the oak. You get that smoke. You get that smoky kind of smell from the sherry wood. Like you get that. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't know, like charred smell almost.
And you get that molasses, like you said. I think that other smell is a molasses. Like you get that. Yeah. It's like a sweet, just molasses smell.
Good. Yeah, it smells delicious. I'm very excited to try this. So let's try this. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers,
man. Wrong way again.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
I forget I have to reach over a little bit further.
Yeah, right. And I keep going the wrong way. You know what I mean? Everything's backwards.
Here we go, man. This thing's gonna put my D in the dirt. Here we go. What's your first thoughts?
Chocolatey.
No,
I get like
chocolate. Yeah, I can see chocolate. Okay.
And it's more of the after note than the initial taste. The initial taste was more of that like sweet molasses that we were talking about. That was more of the initial taste that I got out of it. But then as it rolled on my tongue and I was able to swallow it, yeah, it tasted good.
What up, Joey? How you doing?
Give me a random song. Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo.
Done. So like for me, you can tell this beer was put in a cherry wood cask, from like a cherry wood brandy or a cherry wood bourbon or something like that. You get that very, very strong cherry wood flavor, but you also get a little bit of the chocolate, a little bit of the molasses, a little bit of the anise, the
molasses is kind of like I said, what I got right off the bat. Like that's what I got right off the bat, that sweetness. And then like as I was swallowing it, as it was rolling around my mouth, you kind of get that coating. It's not really I guess it is kind of a chocolatey taste. It's more of a chocolatey feel, like how it kind of coats your mouth.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, it's
an interesting. It's an interesting beer. It is a thin tasting beer. It looks thick, but it's more of a thin tasting beer. Like it doesn't look it looks thick on camera, but it is a thinner.
Yeah.
Beer.
Like I said, I mean, the last couple. I mean, I would almost put it more like closer to a red wine consistency than an actual stout consistency, to be honest with you. Because if you go like drink one of these and then you go drink like a Guinness or something that's like super thick and super heavy, like it's a lot different than something that has a high alcohol content that doesn't have that heaviness.
So good though. It's so damn good. Like it's very sweet. It's a very, very sweet. I don't know if it's the cherry wood or the molasses, but it's a very, very, very sweet tasting beer.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. It's very, very good.
It's like I said, I'm gonna sip on it because I've had a couple pops already. But
oh, you're not gonna see me chug it or nothing. I mean, I might drink it a little quicker than you, but I'm not looking to hurt tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Whew.
All right. Well, we got all that out of the way. So let's get down to brass taxes, man. Let's talk some football, bro.
Let's do this.
Holy crap trades, man. Like this, I mean, I don't know of a year that in the recent history that has had so many crazy moves and trades and like I can't even there's so many of them that have happened and so many divisions that have bulked up because of it. It's just kind of crazy, man. I mean, you look at the AFC West and the AFC West, man. I mean, each one of those teams, there's superstars on every single team.
So I think the two biggest trades, now that you're talking about the AFC West, I think the two biggest trades were Russ Wilson to Denver and Tyreek Hill to Miami.
Miami, yep.
I think those are the two biggest trades that will make the biggest impacts on those two respective teams. I think, I mean, yes, there was a couple other different trades as well, but I think those two individuals, and it's hard to pick out just two individuals, but those two individuals are very dominant in their position as long as they are given the space, given the time, given everything around them, is working well.
Right. Yeah, no, dude, I agree, man. I really do. Like this next season is going to be kind of crazy to watch. I mean, it really is. There's a lot of teams that are contenders. There's a lot of teams. I was looking through the power rankings beforehand, and I mean, there are some of the teams that you've got down in 18, 19, 20 slots. Mm-hmm. I don't think they should be there. You know what I mean? I mean, I think they're good enough teams that they should be higher in the power rankings. But I mean, you have to look at the talent that's above them as well. So, and the talent right now, it's crazy, man. There's just talented guys everywhere, all across the divisions, and it's shifting the divisions now. The divisions that were, the powerhouse divisions are starting to shift to other divisions in football, and it's kind of crazy to watch.
But before you get into the power rankings, I mean, because we can kind of go through power rankings throughout the night, but what was that fact that you threw at me off air about 100 picks in? Because that just blew my mind.
What was it? Oh, the Rams this year. They're one of only two teams since 2009, which was the Dolphins, to not make a selection in the NFL draft before the 100th pick. So the Rams this year did not make. They had the 101st pick, basically. I think they had the 101st pick in the draft. I'd have to go back and look at it, but they basically, what it's telling me is that they did not make a first 100 choices of the draft. So out of the first 100 choices, the Rams didn't get one of them. So, and that's only happened twice. So I mean, I don't think it's really going to hurt them. I mean, I really don't. The Rams are a good team. If Odell Beckham comes back and stays with the Rams, which I think he will.
What's that bashful?
In the long run? I mean, again, who knows? He's going to be a free agent. You know what I mean? He is recovering from the ACL tear, so I mean, he has the opportunities to go other places, and the Rams may look to let him go, so that they can open up some of that salary spot for a couple other guys, or fill in some holes where they need them. I mean, I know losing Odell is not ideal, but at the same time, it does free up a lot of capital because you are paying him a lot of money.
Sure. And like you say about Odell, I mean, will he stay in Los Angeles? I have a feeling that he will, just because he enjoyed that team. He enjoyed Matt Stafford. He enjoyed being around that crew. You could tell whenever they did the Super Bowl, interviews and the playoff stuff, like he enjoyed being there. I think Sean McDermott, I think the ownership and all of them are going to figure out a way to keep him. Yes, he is a free agent. He's going to require a lot of money, but I think the Rams are going to figure out a way to keep him, just because he was happy there. He was not happy in New York. He was not happy in Cleveland. But when he got to Los Angeles, you could tell he was clearly happy as dog shit. So I think he's going to figure out a way to stay in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll kind of see how it plays out. And I mean, I don't know how long he's got left on his rehab from his ACL tear either. So, I mean, he may not even be playing at the first part of the season. Who knows? I'm not sure how far along he is. I'd have to do a little more digging into that to find that out. But that's one. I mean, that's one to watch, man. Honestly, because that's gonna. I'm not gonna say make or break that team, but that's gonna make a big impact on that Rams offense for sure.
Well, I mean, you have to think the Rams, they put a lot of money into their system last year because they wanted to win the Super Bowl, and they did, or they did not. Sorry, they did not. No, they did. I'm sorry, they did win the Super Bowl. They put a lot of money into that, but even with just Cooper Kupp and the surrounding cast around him, I think they would have won. I think Odell gave them a different dimension, but I think if they would not have brought Odell Beckham in, I think they still would have won the Super Bowl because he was not really a big factor. I mean, he was, but he wasn't in the playoffs. And then Super Bowl, obviously, he got hurt pretty early in the Super Bowl, and they still went on to win. So, I mean, Odell's a great player, but I think Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald and all those guys, I think they already knew what they wanted to do, and they accomplished what they needed to accomplish.
I agree. I mean, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. There's been a lot of things that have changed across the league. I mean, especially when you're looking at, Tom Brady retiring and then not retiring, and now Gronk is, possibly going to come out of retirement because he was going to retire as well. So he may be coming back. I mean, that's still, I don't think he said if he's coming back or not. But I think he's away right now while he decides if he wants to come back. But with Tom Brady coming back, I guarantee you, I'll bet you $20 right now that Gronkowski starts for the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers next year. I guarantee it. If Tom Brady's still there, he's still
with the Buccaneers.
What?
You say Tom Brady's going to be playing for the Buccaneers? Who did you say Tom Brady's going to be playing for?
I said Gronkowski.
Gronkowski playing for the Buccaneers. Okay.
Yeah, and
so you don't think Gronkowski is going to follow freaking Brady all around town like he's a little puppy dog?
I mean, I don't know.
Because that's what he's done. I mean, obviously Gronk was with him in New England, and then all of a sudden Brady goes to Detroit, or goes to Tampa, and Brady makes a phone call and says, "Hey, bring your ass," and he does. I mean, I think Gronk is Brady's bitch, in my opinion. That's just the way I look at it. I think Gronk will do everything that Brady does, because Gronk knows that Brady is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. It doesn't matter what. I mean, Tom Brady could play for the Detroit Lions, and I guarantee you.
No, Tom Brady's coming back and starting for the Bucs next year, bro.
No. I'm just saying in general. If Tom Brady went to he went to the Detroit Lions, I guarantee you he would take them to the fucking Super Bowl of all teams. I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's a team too. That's another team on my list, bro. Because they only won like 1 or 2 games last year, bro. But go back and look at some of those games they lost. All right. And I said this last year too. A lot of the games they lost were by 2 points, 3 points, a touchdown. You know what I mean? Like they were not anywhere near blowouts. Okay.
Yeah, they're all very close.
Games like that could go either way. And so when you got a team like that that's on that cusp, if they drafted right and slot their offense and defense right, watch out. You know what I mean? They're going to win more of those games than they lost last year. You know what I mean? They may not win enough. You know what I mean? They may get to that wild card spot, but like I said, any given Sunday, you got to watch out for those wild card teams that come into the playoffs and then win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of good teams out there. There's a lot of talent, a lot across the league. And I think this year's the year that a lot of the young talent's going to wake up. And you're going to start seeing some young talent start to take over the league. A lot of these older guys are starting to phase out. You got a lot of these younger guys coming in. And, we're going through that shift right now. And you're going to start seeing a lot of young guys stepping it up.
And I think last year you saw a bunch of younger kids step up, a bunch of the first years and second years, because you have to think, you look at Micah Parsons for the Cowboys. Granted, yes, I'm going to talk about the Cowboys because that's what I know.
Right.
But you look at Micah Parsons, he came in as a freaking rookie, and look what he did. Most tackles for the Cowboys since Randy White, most sacks since DeMarcus Ware. He came in like a flipping wrecking ball. So you're like this younger staff that's coming into these teams, like the first year, second year players, they're going to make a difference. They will make a difference. There's no questions asked about that.
Well, and that's the thing too that I've started to see over the last couple of years is you're starting to see a lot of younger head coaches. You're starting to see a lot of younger guys coming in and taking over offenses and defenses and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so you're seeing a little bit more of the fun stuff that you see in college. You're starting to see a little bit more trick plays in the NFL. You're starting to see more fake punts. You're starting to see, you know what I mean? And that's what makes the game interesting, bro. Yeah, that's what makes the game interesting. The fans want to see that. We want you to put those plays out there that are meant to deceive and are fun and, like get the team involved, you know what I mean? And they want you to go for that 4th and 7 that you don't think you're going to make because, you know what I mean? It's just part of the game. There was this thing I was watching. I don't know where it was, but it was fan-controlled football. Have you seen this?
Yes, I have seen If you have not seen it, folks, you need to check it out.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like literally,
Terrell Owens
the
plays in
fans
this
call the
league.
plays.
Terrell Owens, of all people, plays in this league.
Yes, yeah, the fans call the plays, and they basically run the whole game. And if they want you to go for it on 4th and 20, guess what? You're going for it on 4th and 20.
Yeah,
like it is what it is. Like it's fun.
It is fully 100% fan controlled. It is fan controlled football 100%. You go online, you follow this web page, whatever, and you select the plays. You put in your ideas, and the highest ranked play, if people say, hey, you should do this or whatever, if 5 people vote on it, then they're gonna run that play, and it is all fan controlled. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's crazy.
It's cool. It's definitely new. It's definitely something like very, very innovative. I really kind of commend the person who came up with that. It's kind of cool. But at the same time too, it's like you got to remember the guys that are playing it for real. You know what I mean? Like when you're in that heat of the moment, shit, it's hard to think, man. Even as coaches, like you're down there, you got 2 minutes, you're running a 2-minute drill, and you're trying to put together, a string of plays as you go down the field. I mean, if you actually tried to do this on your own, it's a lot more stressful than you think, sitting back on your couch drinking your Bud Light or your fucking Dos Equis, fucking chilling watching the game, because those coaches, that's stressful, man. They're down there, they're in the heat, they're doing their shit, and sometimes they call the wrong plays. Sometimes they make mistakes. Everybody's freaking human, and you with the instant replay can watch the same play 200 times in a row and tell me 200 ways that they did the play wrong, but the play happened in 2.9 seconds. You know what I mean? Like you can't really, when the play happens that fast, you can't really, I don't know. I just think we put too much hype on it.
It's definitely not too much hype because I've enjoyed it. I mean, it is weird because obviously it's fan controlled.
No, I'm not talking about that. I think that's freaking amazing. I think what it is I'm talking about the professional players, like actually like NFL.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. My bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the fan controlled.
I will say what's been entertaining is this new CSFL.
Yeah.
I've been watching those games. They're competitive, and that's kind of like a double A for the NFL. The NFL started that because they wanted players to kind of progress, and then during the season they can get picked up. Right. That is a piece of the NFL. It's not an XFL, whatever. It is part of the NFL, and there's a lot of good games going on over there. If you watch these guys, the receivers making great catches, quarterbacks are making great plays, the linemen. It's insane how these players are playing, and they're just trying to get a spot on the NFL team.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, honestly, man, college ball. I don't watch pro basketball anymore. I stopped watching when the Sonics left Seattle a long time ago. But I did hear that there are 2 new expansion teams going in. One of them is in Seattle, so I'm pretty sure the Sonics are coming back to Seattle, and they're putting a new expansion team in Vegas as well.
Do you think they'll be called the Sonics?
If they're not, I won't watch them. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but like the Sonics are the Sonics. Like, you've got to bring back the Sonics, bro. Like, you can't have it. You can't have it. You can't have a team in Seattle that's not called the Seattle Supersonics. I think you'd have a lot of pissed off people in fucking Seattle.
But what is the correlation between Seattle and the Supersonics? Like, what is
there's just history with that name, bro. Like, there's just history. And when the Supersonics left, dude, there was a lot of very upset people because everybody loved the Sonics, and the Storm stayed. Like the women's basketball team stayed, but it's like the NBA team disappeared. It's like, wait a minute. So yeah, there was a lot of very upset people when that happened. So
interesting.
I don't know. I'm hoping it goes back to the same. And we get the Sonics back. That'd be freaking amazing.
I think you just got a hockey team on the Pacific Northwest. Why not put the basketball team back on the map over there? Because I think it's just well deserved over there.
Yeah. Cody O.
What's up, Southern Belle? What up, Southern Belle? What up, Wizards and Dragons?
What are we doing, Cody? Hey, I got that package ready to ship to you, buddy. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. I'm slacking. I'm trying to get ready to leave for vacation on the 7th of June. So
my buddy Metal Music Maniac, I'm sure you've seen him on the YouTube side. He said on the TikTok side, because I'm waiting for a company to create the WMLB or Women's Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Because now you're starting to see women in Major League Baseball as a base coach, as a, not really position players, but how I do not think it's going to be very long before you're going to get women position players, like women coming up and being in Major League Baseball. Yes, there's little growing leagues, but I think at some point some of these AAA, AA's are going to. I mean, they took Tim Tebow in for God's sake, so at some point they're going to start bringing in, females. I'm not saying Tim Tebow's a female, but at some point you're going to start getting females in there, and I think at some point you're going to see your first woman as a Major League Baseball.
You said not saying Tim Tebow's a woman or nothing,
Tim Tebow's a bitch. I mean, sorry, I'm just saying he's a bitch.
Oh man. Oh my goodness, that's funny, man. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, there's been a lot of stuff in the NFL that's been kind of crazy. I mean, I guess we can just talk about the power ranks and we can go team by team and just talk a little bit about each team and kind of what's going on over there.
Oh, okay, Cody. I had no.
There you go. Hell yeah.
No idea about that.
Good to know. I just know that the people up here love the Supersonics, and if they came back, they'd have a huge following. If they tried to change the name and change it to something else, they would probably still get a following, but I don't think it would be as big as if they brought back the Supersonics. I mean, come on, the return of a team. Like Cleveland didn't have a team for the longest time, and then when they got their team back, you know what I mean? Like you see this fan base start building because the people wanted their team back. So,
yeah, definitely go.
I'm still working on your package, Kathy. I'm still trying to finish that, but that I'm working overtime right now so that I can pay for it.
To go for the power rankings, man, because I know some of those power rankings are very surprising.
Yeah, well, the top couple aren't. I mean, I disagree with one or two of them, maybe, but I mean, they're teams that have always performed. So, starting off number one, you got the Buffalo Bills. All right, Josh Allen's a beast. All right, he did an absolutely amazing job with this team last year. The AFC is going to be a very hard division to take that title from, because there is a lot.
Josh Allen's a beast, and I'm not sure if you heard about the whole golf thing, Aaron Rodgers and so versus Mahomes and Aaron
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, yeah, the match. But Josh Allen's a hell of a quarterback, man. He is nimble. He's great. I think that's one of the Bills' best pickups since Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. Not Lawrence Taylor, but the hell's a running back? What the hell? Thurman.
Richard Thurman?
Not Richard Thurman. Not Michael Thurman. The running back, Thurman Thomas.
Thurman Thomas. Okay. Got you. Number two, and so their previous rank was number one as well. I'm going to tell you what their previous rank was as well. So the Buffalo Bills are ranked one this year. Their previous rank was number one. Number two slot goes to the Los Angeles Rams. Like I said, I think that number two slot really depends on whether Odell comes back or not. I think Odell's going to make a big enough impact if he leaves that team to maybe knock them down to a 6 or a 7 or something, just because they lose that wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And their previous rank was number two as well, so they stayed in the exact same spot that they were. Number three, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, it's obvious. You got Tom Brady coming back from his fake retirement. And like I said, Rob Gronkowski, he hasn't said he's coming back yet, but if Tom's coming back, you can guarantee you that Rob will be there.
Hold on. Oh, you're good. Keep going.
So let's see here. Oh, so apparently it says here that Tampa Bay brought in Cade Orton. It's a fourth round selection as their kind of future tight end. So, which is kind of understandable because even if Gronk does come back and play 1 or 2 more years, if I'm Cade Otton, I'm following him around and I'm learning every single thing he can teach me before he retires. So, and their power ranking last year was number 4, so they've actually moved up 1 slot from the last year's power rankings. The number 4 slot goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. Jamar Chase, they got a 5th overall from Duke. Looks to be brilliant. I mean, he should be good, bro. I mean, I don't know. He looked good at Duke. He's a pretty smart.
The Jamar Chase is a beast, man.
Yeah.
So, well, Jamar Chase, didn't he go to LSU?
Duke. I think. Hold on.
No, Jamar Chase went to LSU.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, I mean, the Bengals did good last year too. I mean, like I said, they did okay, and they had a bunch of draft picks this year too. So they got a lot of young talent on their team too. So that should be interesting. Their previous rank was number 3, so they have actually knocked down 1, where the Buccaneers have popped up 1. So number 5 is the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G. He's playing good football, man. I mean, I'm not a 49ers fan by a long shot, but he's a hell of a quarterback.
Jimmy G's a badass quarterback. I don't care what anybody says about him. He was a badass in San Francisco, and he's
like I said, and that's why they got that number 5 spot. You know what I mean? And their previous rank was number 5, so they haven't moved 1 spot in the power rankings since last year.
True.
So the number 6 spot goes to the Green Bay Packers. Of course, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on, that's just another Tom Brady, basically. You know what I mean? Like they're just beasts at the game. You never know what's going to happen when Aaron Rodgers shows up, if he shows up healthy.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is the way I look at Aaron Rodgers. He's going to play up to what his team is, because obviously he wanted to leave the team last year just because they thought they were going to get rid of everybody. Now you get rid of his number 1. He went to the Rams, or not the Rams, Raiders. What the hell was his name? What was his number 1 receiver? Devontae Adams went to went to the Raiders.
Yep. So, like I said, that's going to be another weapon for the AFC West. And so the Green Bay Packers' previous rank was number 6, so they haven't moved either as well in the power rankings from last year. Number 7 slot goes to the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, come on. Mahomes, he's a beast, plain and simple. He's got Tyreek Hill, who is an absolute menace to I mean, it's just you can't guard him. I mean, he'll put every move he knows plus some on you and still beat you.
True. Very true.
So, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be, and that's what I'm saying, the AFC West. And again, right here, ranked number 8, Denver Broncos. Their previous rank was 8 as well, which we found out that wasn't very true by the end of the year. But
so, do you think with Kansas City losing Tyreek Hill, do you think they're still going to be that dominant force that they? I mean, granted, you got Pat Mahomes.
I think Mahomes has to find
an older Kelsey. I mean, do you think they're still going to be that dominant force that they once were?
The only way that happens is if Mahomes can find another reliable target. And that's what it breaks down to. I mean, Tyreek Hill, he's a reliable target. You hit him short on the slants, you bring him across the middle, you take him deep, doesn't matter. He'll find a way to get open for you. You know what I mean? And that's what a veteran receiver does. He's got to. I don't know. You've got to find somebody that will give Patrick Mahomes a target that will perform day in, day out, and that he can rely on, because that's what's going to happen is Mahomes isn't going to have receivers he can rely on, and he's not going to trust throwing the ball. And if he does, he's going to try to overcorrect the throws to Esther to trying to time in with what he thinks the receivers are going to do versus throwing the ball and letting the receiver do the work. You know what I mean? If you trust the receiver, you throw the ball and know that they're going to figure out a way to get that ball no matter where you put it. Mm-hmm. If you know that receiver is not going to catch that ball, now as a quarterback, your brain now has to go to, okay, where do I have to put this ball to make sure that this ball gets caught? So now you've got another thought process and another step in your process as the quarterback to try to make that completion. So I think it's really going to make he's got to find a receiver that's reliable. And if he can't find it, I don't think that the Chiefs will go very far. I really don't.
You cannot rely on Travis Kelce the entire time.
No, you can't, because all you're going to do is if they know the receivers aren't going to catch the ball, you just double team Kelce all day.
Yeah.
You just give him that, you have the defensive end kick out on Kelce, make sure he can't run those short routes, give him a little bump early, and then have a linebacker or a cornerback come up on him and take him after that. Run double teams, have a safety stacked on top of that linebacker. Let them come at you with him all day, because the other receivers are covered 1-to-1, man-to-man. You're good to go. You either run a zone cover on him or you run man-to-man straight up. And you either give him a bump with the defensive end as he's blitzing, or you have the defensive end roll with him and then go towards the quarterback and peel off to the linebacker. I mean, there's a million ways to stop Kelce. And if that's all you got to worry about, Patrick Mahomes is in trouble. So, I mean, there's not much you can do about it.
That is very, very, very damn true.
But yeah, so like I said, number 8 is the Denver Broncos. Absolute crazy trade. Probably one of the biggest trades across the NFL this year was the Seahawks trading Russell Wilson away to the Denver Broncos. And I happen to live up in the Washington State area where a lot of my friends are Seahawks fans, and I keep hearing this. He's overrated and he's done. He's over with. He hasn't. I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy's in his prime. This guy is killing it. He looks good. He's been working out and just busting his ass.
You give that guy time. You give him space. He's going to do exactly what he did in Seattle. Also, I think that Mr. Kaepernick is going to get a job.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that he's coming back to the NFL after
how
many years.
He got to work out with the Raiders, but back to Russ Wilson. Everybody thinks he's washed up, he's donezo or whatever. I don't. I don't think that whatsoever. Like I said, I think if you give him time, you saw him with Seattle. If you give him time in the pocket where he can scramble and move right to left, up, north and south, he can make those plays. And he's going to get Jerry Jeudy. He's going to get a plethora of receivers over there, and he's not going to get the DK Metcalfs and all that good stuff, but I mean, he's going to have plentiful receivers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jerry Jeudy's a beast, man. I'm really excited to see him again this year. I think the only thing I could say with that trade with Russell Wilson that I disagree with the entire trade. Everybody that we got rid of except for one person, and that was Noah Fant. Noah Fant is a phenomenal tight end. He is absolutely amazing. I watch him in Seattle, because if he's not a starter, he should be. He is absolutely. He is. I mean, he's gonna be good, bro. He's still young, but he is gonna be good. And I was really sad to see him go. They did end up picking up a guy from UCLA, Greg something or other. I can't remember his last name, but he's a tight end. So they've kind of filled that slot with a hot shot that just come out of UCLA. So we'll see how that kind of fills out next year. So. And
Cody O said,
yes,
Wilson's on his prime, he's still a top 8. And goes, and Russell Wilson is a beast when he's out of the pocket. He is not a pocket QB yet. Trust me, when he's out of the pocket, he can find anybody. It doesn't matter if it's wide receiver, doesn't matter if it's running back, doesn't matter if it's a wide receiver. He's gonna, if you get him out of the pocket and he can scramble and he's protected, he's gonna find somebody. And but Jerry Jeudy coming back from that gruesome injury early in the season. I guarantee Jerry Judy is gonna be his number one, and he's gonna exploit that like a son of a bitch. Because Jerry Judy is a good wide receiver, very good wide receiver.
Yes, and see, I completely agree with you, Cody. Absolutely, 100%. But, and there is a but to that, and the reason I say there's a but to that is you got to think you got a 10-year quarterback. Okay, the guy's been in the league 10 years. All right. Yes, he is best when he's out of the pocket right now. But you got to think if you're putting money into this quarterback and you're going to want this quarterback to last the next 5, 6 however many years he has left in his career, you want to think about he's best out of the pocket, but there's going to be a point in his career where he says, I'm done running out of the pocket.
Yep.
I need to be a pocket quarterback. I can't move like I used to. I mean, look what happened to Ben Roethlisberger. He used to move. He used to run. He used to do all that shit, kick out, run out. He was a beast. And you start watching some of his older film, and as he got older and older and older and started playing in the league, you started noticing that he started stopping rolling as much. He was in the pocket. He became more of a pocket passer. He'd drop 7 steps, 9 steps. He'd give himself room to back up before he throw instead of having to roll right or left. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I agree. He's great outside the pocket. Give fucking Wilson the room to move. Give him the blocking up front so he can get outside and let him make a play. But in 2, 3, 4 years, you need to make sure you have an offensive line that can protect him in the pocket.
Yeah,
and that's what I think the Denver Broncos need to do currently is build an offensive line for the future. They need to get prepared for him because if he's going to be our franchise quarterback, we need to prepare for his future. We need to prepare to protect him to make sure that the money you're investing in him is worth. So,
yeah, you definitely need to protect him. I mean, excuse me. Sorry, the Broncos spent a lot of money for him. They gave away a lot for him.
Yep.
They need to protect him because I said, yes, he's not in his prime. I can say that he's not in his prime, but he is still a damn good quarterback given time and space.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I honestly think, to be honest with you, I think a lot of what's gonna affect Russell Wilson this year is the positivity and the change of being in a new spot, a new situation, kind of being revitalized and rejuvenated a little bit, move to a new city, new team, new experience. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's going to roll into that first game in Seattle on a high, bro. He is going to come into Seattle and he is going to fucking show them what they're missing. And it's going to be an amazing show. I'm actually looking at getting tickets to that game, but they're very, very, very expensive. They're like $390 a pop, bro. They're fucking stupid expensive. Yeah, but I really want to fucking go to that game.
I'm being asked to told you a statement. Kathy Bass loves your background.
I didn't even see that. Did you say something about it? Yeah, I haven't. There's gonna be something up there eventually once it's unveiled. It hasn't been unveiled yet.
It won't be unveiled until July.
Stay tuned. It will be unveiled somewhere between the 1st and the 8th. Actually, is it going to be on the 4th?
This space will be with the same thing. So we will both have the same exact space.
Gotcha.
We are unveiling that on the 4th of July.
All right, that's what I thought. All right, so the 4th of July, pay attention. If you're not subscribed to the Poor Boys, subscribe to the Poor Boys channel. We are doing a 4th of Palooza. Mr. Lone Star is actually going to be flying up to Washington State and out of a crazy coincidence shit happening.
I cannot wait. You told me this the other day, and I absolutely fucking creamed myself when I heard this because I'm so looking forward to who is coming with me. Who's coming with me?
Yes. The other half of Pigskin Blitz, my buddy from Arizona, Tim, will be flying in. And so we will be doing challenges with him. We will be doing the first Pigskin Blitz live stream with both Pigskin and Blitz in the same live stream. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Chad's going to be here. We're going to be fun. It's going to be absolutely insane. We're probably going to be way more intoxicated than we need to be, but that's okay because we're not going anywhere and we ain't driving nowhere.
So Tim's coming in the same night that I come in, and he's also leaving the same night that I leave. So Tim will be here the entire week that I'm here. I was very excited to hear that today. I'm actually very much looking forward to meeting him because obviously I've been on a panel with him. I've seen him in the chat. I know Jay talks very highly of him. I'm actually looking I'm very much looking forward to meeting.
Dude, I haven't looked at this motherfucker. Like he's like my brother, bro. Like we've been through some shit together, and
yes, some people
I haven't seen this motherfucker in 2 years, bro. It's been 2 years since I've seen him.
So some people will be here for the 4th, but the fact that you get me, Jay, and Tim for a week.
Yep. And Tim is also a member of the Poor Boys as well. So we will be doing a shit ton of Poor Boys streams with him on there as well. We'll get some content out. We'll have our TikTok channel set up. We'll get videos popped out on that. It's gonna be off the chain, man. I'm beyond excited, bro. You have no idea, dude. This is gonna be fucking crazy shit.
You want to? What are you?
We're talking about the wall behind about? Like the new background. Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about the background.
The background that you created, the creation background.
Yeah, I actually I threw this together tonight. I wanted to have it because I'm going to be doing
that as an overlay. So you should put it as an overlay, so that way you don't have to remove us. You could just like hit
I can right here. Hold on.
Put it as there you go.
So yeah, like I said, every Friday. Next Friday I will be doing it. It's going to be a little late. I do work next Friday, but it's going to be a little later, so it may be a solo stream depending on where everybody's at and what's going on. I don't know what you're doing next Friday, but every Friday I'm going to start doing football talks, and we're just going to sit and bullshit football and drink beer and relax and kick it.
Hey, cheers! I haven't seen you take a sip in a minute. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, I'm.
Serious?
I've been gulping, bro. I've been sipping. God. I've been gulping.
Yeah. So after about 6 beers and about.
But thank you, Kathy, very much.
2 shots.
Wait, was I talking Italian and didn't know it? Jesus. No. I don't think so.
After a lot of beers and 2 shots, 3 shots, I get talked into doing this. So like that's why I'm slowly sipping, because I am FootBall. I said I've already had it. I'm enjoying it. I guarantee I sip on this for the rest of the night. Because I
really had to twist your arm that hard, bro.
Oh, you did? Because it fucking hurt. Like
no,
my shoulder is jacked right now.
Well, shit, we're almost at an hour. Are we gonna keep rocking and rolling, or what do you want to do, bro?
Well, how far are you into the?
We're at number 8 right now. We can keep rolling.
Yeah, keep rolling.
All right. So number 9. Number 9 is the Chargers. See, here's the deal, and this is what I'm talking about with the AFC West. And I'm gonna say 9 and 10 at the same time right now. And the reason I'm doing it is because it correlates to what I'm saying. So number 9 is the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 10 is the Raiders. Okay, so now you've got all 4 teams in the AFC West in the top 10 on the power rankings, bro. That division is gonna be a nightmare.
The Chargers,
man.
The Chargers and the Bengals are going to be, like I said, they were the top 2 teams last year, and they're going to get stronger with their drafts, and I guarantee they're going to be much better, much stronger. So watch out for the Chargers, and watch out for the Bengals. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be crazy, man. So they did add a couple players. They added Zion Johnson, who was a first-round draft pick, to protect Justin Herbert, which is the point, is they're trying to protect him as the quarterback to make sure he can last. They got 3rd round. They went with the Baylor safety JT Woods. I don't know anything about him whatsoever.
He is an absolute beast because he's Big 12. So I watched him play against the Longhorns. He's a beast.
Hell yeah, there you go, man. Like I said, this is the problem, man. The AFC West is bulking up, and it's going to be a hard division to win. The AFC West is going to be hard. And it would not surprise me with the way that they have the new wild card system set up to see all 4 AFC West teams in the playoffs, bro. Because it's possible. It's possible.
It happened last year.
Yep.
You had the Bengals. You had.
That's what I'm saying. But this year it's going to be the AFC West.
You had everybody from the AFC West.
No, AFC West, because the Bengals aren't in the AFC West. Bengals are AFC East, I believe.
Okay.
AFC West.
I think the Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Steelers.
No, the Chiefs are in the AFC West. The AFC West is the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
Okay.
So those 4 teams, I'm gonna predict right now that each one of those teams is gonna find a playoff spot. I mean, I don't know, man. The AFC is gonna be hard too because you got the Bills in the AFC. I mean, it's gonna be a hard division all around, bro.
I said the AFC period. It doesn't matter if it's East or West. The AFC is they will and they have been a very tough division. But I think now you have the Josh Allens, you have the you got some stud.
What's up, Raven? How we doing?
In that AFC, and I think it's going to be Bills, Chiefs, Bengals. I mean, obviously Raven comes in. I mean, he's a Cowboys fan, obviously, but like with the Ravens, I don't think they have it. I think it's going to be the studs. It's going to be Pat Mahomes. It's going to be the guy, Josh Allen. I think it's going to be the guy from Cincinnati. I can't think of his name, but I think those 3 teams are going to be the most dominant teams in the AFC.
Come on, Kane. What's up, buddy? Dude. And then, like I said, number 10 slot, you got the Vegas Raiders, bro. Derek Carr, man. I mean, come on, you can't rule Derek Carr out, bro. I mean, so you think about that. You've got Justin Herbert, you've got Derek Carr, you've got Patrick Mahomes, and you've got Russell Wilson, starting quarterbacks for every single team in the AFC West, bro. Fucking superstars, bro. Like, it's gonna be a fucking fight all year long.
And you have to think the Raiders got to the playoffs last year, barely. I mean, it took a glorious win to get them there, but still, I mean, Derek Carr is a damn good quarterback, and so you have to think they're going to come back. Justin Herbert, he's 3 years. This will be his 30th year. He's going to be coming back. That's going to be a tough division. That's going to be a damn tough division.
It is. It's going to be a fucking pain in the ass to place. It really will be.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11, the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't know much about the Ravens. I mean, they haven't really changed much. It's just
the problem with the Ravens. The problem with the Ravens
is a lot.
They keep having injuries.
What the hell is his name? The quarterback. I can't know what that. I can't know what the hell his name is. I'm speaking of though.
Yeah, I can't think of the quarterback's name off the top of my head.
But I mean, if he doesn't get better, then that team's not going to get better. I don't think the Ravens are going to be.
Well, and that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem with the Ravens is the injuries, bro. The amount of injuries that they continue to have continuously is their biggest problem. They can't stay healthy.
Well,
they have a good team if they can stay healthy.
That they keep bringing in freaking old players that are injury prone. I mean, they keep bringing in all these players that have been in the league for God only amount, crazy amounts of years, and you can't keep doing that. I mean, you have to at some point get a little bit younger. So, but they keep bringing in the old players, and it's ruining shit.
Yeah. What's up, Arsenic? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in, bro.
What up, Arsenic? How you doing, sir?
Just hanging out, bullshitting, talking football. So number 12, the Indianapolis Colts. Matt Ryan behind the reins of the Colts. I like Matt Ryan. I've always liked Matt Ryan. I was never a Falcons fan, really, but I like Matt Ryan. I like the way he plays football. He's got a good football brain, and that's one of the things that John Elway had. He may not be the most athletic quarterback in the league. He may not be the fastest or whatever, but he has an eye and a brain for football.
So let me ask you this. So Matt Ryan went from Atlanta to Indianapolis, and Carson Wentz went from Indianapolis to Washington.
Yep.
Who's going to have the most success, Matt Ryan with Indianapolis or Carson Wentz with Washington?
Matt Ryan.
You think
I'm gonna take Matt Ryan over Carson Wentz every day. I'm not a huge Carson Wentz fan. I know he's a good quarterback.
No, he's not.
What? What'd you say?
No, Caddy says Lone Star Jay is ignoring my comment. Says no, he's not. Go ahead.
I'm not ignoring comment. I'm gonna be Googling them in a minute because I don't speak Italian. So
Because I don't know what the
Google's
hell you
gonna
said
tell me
either,
what you're
so I
saying.
have no clue what you're saying right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Google's gonna tell me in a minute. I'm gonna Google it. I've already screenshotted it.
But you have to think. So Carson Wentz had the same offense, the same offensive line as Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz couldn't get the shit done. You have Jonathan Taylor, one of the most dominant running backs in the league at this particular point. So Matt Ryan's going to do a lot of handing off because obviously Jonathan Taylor is an absolute beast. But yes, Carson Wentz had a good offensive line. Okay, so then you remove Carson Wentz, you bring in Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan is older. I don't know if I just don't know if Matt Ryan's going to be better or if Washington has a better line and Carson Wentz is going to do better in Washington. I would love to see the record. I think because of Jonathan Taylor, that one player alone, I think Jonathan Taylor will be the difference maker, between the success.
You think so?
Dude, Jonathan Taylor is a beast. He was a freaking difference maker all last year. If you look at his fantasy points, I mean, he was freaking just balling out of control. And he was a difference maker because Carson Wentz didn't have to throw. He didn't have to run. He didn't have to scramble. He just handed off to Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor just freaking take it to the damn house. So I think Matt Ryan's going to have an easy out and just hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor's going to just do what he does.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like some of these teams that are slotted in these lower rankings in the power ranking. That's why I said before, I think some of them should have been a little bit higher. I mean, you got the number 13 right here, Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas Cowboys. I mean, you've got Dak Prescott. I mean, come on, he's a freaking badass quarterback. All right.
Yeah, but do you think he's top 10? I don't.
As a homer, maybe like 12 or 13.
I don't think he's top 10.
I mean, with the talent left in, I mean, if Brady would have retired, maybe he would have taken that 10th spot. You know what I mean? Like, but with Brady coming back, no, he's 11 or 12. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, he's definitely not a top 10. I can promise you that.
And he doesn't have a lot of targets, really. You know what I mean? I mean, he doesn't have a lot of.
CeeDee Lamb's is number one. And they brought back Michael Gallup. They let Wilson go. Wilson moved on. So yeah, Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
Those are your top two. You don't trust me? I expect them to get freaking double teamed.
Yep.
Like a motherfucker.
Yep. So what's going to happen is those young guys got to step up.
And Dak's gonna have to dump off to freaking tight ends. He's gonna dump off to both tight ends that they got because obviously those wide receivers are going to be covered. So you're going to have to dump to tight ends. That's just the way it's going to work. I mean, unless CeeDee Lamb or not Wilson. Wilson left. God bless. I can't even talk. CeeDee Lamb or what the hell is it? The hell the guy that stayed. I'll think of it in a second. But yeah, you're gonna have to hit those receivers. Yes, they can get open, but it's gonna take a lot of skill. It's gonna take a lot of time.
Right. The one thing I think that the Cowboys did right, honestly, and is their first draft pick this year. First draft pick was a badass fucking offensive lineman out of Tulsa. And what that shows me is that they are trying to get protection for Dak. Like they're trying to get they're trying to get him somebody up front that's going to give him the time in the pocket to do what he can do. Because if he's got the time to let his receivers run their routes, and if not make that route happen, do what they do to get open, I think that they'll be a higher contender than you think they're going to be because of the fact that he's got a little bit more time in the pocket to make those plays.
And I didn't even follow the Cowboys draft because, obviously I heard this was a very weak draft, so I didn't really follow the draft. I know they got an offensive lineman in the draft, first round pick, and they went all defense after that. But still, I don't know much about this guy. I don't know how strong he is, how quick he is, whatever. Because I was comparing him to a Tyron Smith, and my brother's like, "Don't you dare compare him to Tyron Smith because he's nowhere near a Tyron Smith." So,
right,
is he going to be as good as Tyron Smith? No, he's not as quick. But so the way that my brother put it is, he's not as big as Tyron Smith, but he's quicker than Tyron Smith.
Yep.
And Tyron Smith is an offensive tackle, and this guy that we drafted is an offensive tackle. So, so you're kind of comparing both those guys together.
Right. But I mean, I'm just looking at it as the fact of they're thinking about Dax. They're trying to make sure that he's got guys up front to protect him. So they're looking after their quarterback. And that's, I think, what an offense needs to do is make sure that, you need receivers to catch the ball. You need running backs to run the ball. But if your offensive line sucks, it doesn't matter if you're running the ball or throwing the ball. That fucking run play is going to get demolished in the backfield, or that pass play is going to get broke up because the quarterback has no time to throw the ball and he gets hit in the backfield as he's throwing the football. So if you don't have an offensive line, you have no run game and you have no pass game because you have no time to pass, and the run plays get blown up at the line of scrimmage because your offensive line is getting pushed into the backfield. So I think making sure that your offensive line is solid is one of the first key pieces of any offense. I'm gonna chalk that up to your chair, bro.
Oh, it was definitely the chair.
I'm like, wait a minute, you did not just do
chair.
that, bro. Like, wait a minute.
It was
right.
Definitely the chair.
Oh shit!
This chair, like I said, I spent minimal money on it. It is lopsided. It makes noises. I can fart on command with this chair. This chair's a piece of shit. It's just, it works. It's better than my other chairs.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
So what do you think? What do you think about the number 14 spot, the Cleveland Browns?
I think so. They brought in Deshaun Watson.
Yes, they did.
So
they did.
The Browns are still investigating Deshaun Watson. They don't know what to think about Deshaun Watson. They don't know if he's guilty, if he's innocent, whatever. Will he be the starting quarterback? Yes.
We don't know yet.
Will he make a difference? No. I don't think Deshaun Watson is the difference. I don't know if they need a new coach. I don't know if they need just a whole new scheme, offensive coordinator.
They do have Baker Mayfield still.
I don't think the Browns bringing in Deshaun Watson, I don't think that's the answer. I think it's a piece of the answer. I don't think it's the whole answer.
I like Mayfield. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like Mayfield, and they still have Baker. So I mean, Baker's
going to be the number one unless Deshaun Watson just outplays him in spring training.
Yep.
Because I mean, right now Baker's their number one, and I don't think their coach is going to let Baker just say no.
No.
It's going to take a lot for Deshaun Watson to get that spot over Baker.
Yeah.
Because if Baker loses his spot, he's gone. He's going to be like, hey, I want to trade. Get me out of here.
Yep.
Because Baker wants to be that number one. But I don't think bringing in Deshaun Watson, and I'm sorry, Kathy Bates, I know you're a Browns fan, so am I. I get it, but I don't think because they didn't really do much. Like their draft,
it's not what's best for the organization, bro.
Their draft was mediocre.
Yeah.
But I don't think bringing in a top-notch quarterback is going to be the answer to why they did not get to the playoffs last year.
Nope.
Because they need to figure out, okay, we didn't get to the playoffs last year. What's going to get us to this next spot? And I don't think bringing in Deshaun Watson is going to get them to that next spot. They need to, and their draft was mediocre. Like I said, maybe a 60 out of 100.
Right.
I think Baker has a better chance of getting to the playoffs than than
I agree.
nuts.
I agree. I think they just need to give up on Watson, let him go. Don't even think about it and worry about, you got Baker, you got fucking, work the offense around him and just go with it.
Yeah. I was mad at Jay. Now he redeemed himself. Check is in the mail.
Oh man. So the number 15 slot goes to the Eagles. It's actually kind of interesting because they actually the AJ Brown trade with the Titans was kind of a big deal for them as well.
That was crazy. I was not expecting that whatsoever.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
So you've got AJ Brown now going to the Eagles. So it's like I said, this is what I was talking about. There's been a lot of power shifts in the different divisions lately. You started to see, players from teams that haven't been doing so well go to teams that have been doing a little bit better and making those teams better. So I think that the way that the NFL is slid out next year is going to be very interesting to see what happens. So.
Like I said, AJ Brown going to Cleveland. That's going to be, or not to Cleveland, but to the Eagles. That's going to be interesting because you have Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He hasn't had the right amount of people surround him. Then now that you give him an AJ Brown, trust me, me being in the NFC least division, the Cowboys, the freaking Commodores, fuck the Commodores, Redskins, the Eagles, and the Giants. I think AJ Brown is going to be a difference maker in our division.
Yeah,
I think he will be a difference maker.
He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave Tennessee. He wanted to stay, but he wanted them to pay him $22 million a year. And he had 24 touchdown catches, and he wanted to be paid like a star, and the Titans weren't willing to shell out the money. So he went to Tennessee. He went to the Eagles and got a 4-year, $100 million deal with them. So he got $25 million a year from them for 4 years, where all he wanted to stay in Tennessee was 22. So he got more going to the Eagles. So he said, fine, you want me to stay? I'm gone. You want to pay me $3 more million a year than these guys are? I'll go over there.
Yeah.
So,
and like I say, that is going to be the difference maker in the NFC least. Will, and I say the NFC least. It is an ongoing joke. I'm not making fun of it just this year, but the NFC least, that's what we've always been known as. So, but I think he is going to be the difference maker in our division, 100%.
Yep. Well, number 16, where he came from, was Tennessee Titans. Like I said, he didn't want to leave. Like I said, I don't know. So I guess it says he received 24 touchdowns at 24 years old. So yeah, they just didn't want to pay for him. So
yeah. Well, the Tennessee Titans have Derrick Henry. Fucking just hand the ball off, bro.
What's up, Shark? How we doing, Kevin? Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Derrick Henry, just let him just beast mode it. Just
right.
Why wouldn't?
Henry's a badass, dude. And then coming in the number 17 slot, how do you feel about this one? The New England Patriots coming in at 17. They're 4 spots lower than last year. Last year they were at 13.
I think since Brady departed, yes, you still have that stud second-year quarterback, but I don't think they're where they once were with Brady and Belichick. I don't. I mean, they're good. They're good because you're going to get Belichick to. You're going to get Belichick to can check his players, but they're not as good as what they once were with Brady, and they never will be. You
lose 2 players. You lose Tom Brady. You lose Gronkowski. There's your offense right there.
And then you bring in some stupid ass guy from Alabama, Matt, whatever the fuck his name.
Whatever.
Matt Jones.
And then Cam Newton comes in and it doesn't do hardly anything for the team. I mean, he did a little bit, but not hardly enough of what he needed to do. So I don't know. I think, like I said, I think you're going to start seeing shifts in the NFL. You're going to start seeing the Patriots at the bottom of stuff. You're going to start seeing these teams that have been, at the bottom of things for many, many years starting to rise up to the top because they've been making trades and building their teams and doing it smart to the point where they can get to a spot where they're going to win a few Super Bowls within a 5-year time period. Mm-hmm. So just watch out, man. There's a lot of teams out there that are doing a lot of things.
I mean, Mac Jones is not a bad quarterback.
No, not at all.
I just don't think he has the weapons around him to succeed the way that Belichick wants him to succeed.
Yep. Well, and that's what I was saying, man. Like you've got to have you have to have targets. Like if you can be the best quarterback in the league, but if you got nobody to catch the football from you, what's the point?
Exactly.
I mean, if you're going to throw the ball 100 times and your receivers are going to drop it 98 out of 100 times, I mean, you can't do any more than to throw the football where it needs to be. You got to rely on your receivers to catch the damn ball.
What's up, Gamer? How you doing, sir?
What's up, Gamer? How we doing, buddy? Number 18 slot, up 4 slots from last year. They were at number 22 last year, taking the number 18 slot this year is the New Orleans Saints.
So
how do you think they're going to do after the big retirement? After not having that franchise quarterback anymore. Like how do you think they're going to have? I mean,
so you're going to have the old guy from. You're going to have old fucking crab leg, Jameis fucking crab leg Winston as their quarterback. Also, you're going to have. I forgot what the hell his name is. The fucking white dude, the guy that's Mr. Everything over there.
Tyrann Mathieu.
No, well, yeah,
Matthew. He's on there. He's on there.
Yeah, you got Tyrann Mathieu on defense, but you also have the other dude on the offense. The white dude, James, or was it Hill? That was the first name, something Hill. The guy that played like quarterback behind Breeze, and he also played, wide receiver. He's on kickoff for something Hill. The white dude.
I don't know.
What the hell is his name? Not Terrence Hill. God bless America. I can't know what the hell his name is. But
Taysom Hill.
Yes. So there's gonna be a quarterback competition between Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. I think Jameis Winston will get it, but I think Taysom Hill will be a big.
But I mean, losing a quarterback like Drew Brees is like losing a John Elway or a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but
you're losing a multi-year franchise quarterback.
Yeah, but do you think that Drew Brees will not be in the ear and be helping that team?
I mean, yeah, but you can only help someone be so good. I mean, you can't replace Drew Brees. I mean, he's one of those quarterbacks that it's going to be very hard to replace that guy. He was a badass. Yeah. I mean, you're talking a guy who would throw on average 3 to 4 touchdowns a game. I mean, New Orleans scores used to look stupid. I'd check the scores and it'd be like 70-something to 30. I mean, it'd just be stupid high because fucking Drew Brees come out and threw fucking 5 touchdown passes in the fucking first 3 quarters. You know what I mean? Like he'd put up ridiculous numbers, bro. I had him in fantasy multiple years, and he just dominated when it came to points because he always scored touchdowns. He always had 3 or 4 touchdowns a game. So to go from that to Jameis Winston, it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's some big shoes to fill.
It is, like I said, whenever you lose somebody like that, yes, it is. Did you just fucking chug the rest of your beer?
I'm getting ready to.
I need a fucking cigarette.
Well, go smoke a cigarette, and then we'll chug the rest of our beers.
I'm so FootBall right now. It's unbelievable. I'll be right back. I'll go ahead and let you do the rankings right now.
I'll keep rolling through the ranking while you go.
Yeah, I need to step outside. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good, brother. You're good. All right, so let's move on to number 19. Number 19, the Miami Dolphins. They got Tyreek Hill, the first round draft this year. So the Dolphins, I've always liked the Dolphins, especially back when the Marino days. I don't know how well they're going to fare this year. Number 20, we got the Arizona Cardinals come in at 20. Kyler Murray is a great quarterback. I really think that he's going to do a lot in Arizona. Like I said, I was looking at some of these rankings. The Cardinals are down 2 from last year. They were 18 last year. They're 20 this year. I honestly think that some of these teams that are ranked lower in the 20s and 30s, or 20s and 25s, and some of that area, it should be a lot higher because the Cardinals are actually a good team. They did have a lot of rebuilding to do in the offseason. They've got to build an offense around Kyler Murray. But Kyler Murray is a beast. With Tyrann Mathieu gone, that was a big hurt for the Cardinals. I think I disagree with that completely. I think he should have stayed with the Cardinals. I think they should have fought to keep him. So all right. You can't see it until Chad's back and Chad's smoking. So, all right. So let's move on to number 21. 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. You've got Big Ben retiring. I don't know. I think the Steelers they're gonna be going through a rebuilding period for a little while. Broncos versus Bucks, Super Bowl 2023. Patriots versus both Stanley Cup Finals this year. I mean, I would love to see that. I really would. I would really love to see Russell Wilson, Tom Brady Super Bowl. I think that would be a very badass Super Bowl, to be honest with you. What's up, Chadio, by the way? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Appreciate it, bro. But right now we're on number 21 of the power rankings of the NFL, which is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like I said, they're going to have a lot of rebuilding to do. Big Ben's gone. I see them a little bit lower than this in the rankings. Then because Big Ben's gone, I think they should be lower in the rankings. 21, I think, is a little bit generous to give that to them based on losing a superstar like Big Ben. So, but yeah, so they got a lot of rebuilding to do. So I honestly think they should be lower than that. But, oh, you beating the dog?
No.
You just petting the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaked out. So spot number 22, right number 22 in the power rankings goes to the Minnesota Vikings. Their previous rank was ranked 20. They're down 2 rankings. They did trade out of the number 12 pick. Kyle Hamilton should be an interesting addition to their defense. Jameis Wilson or Williams, you've got a decent. You've got some decent talent there again, but we're starting to get lower. I don't know what's going to happen with this team, to be honest with you. I don't think they drafted very well. To be honest with you, I think they should have thought a little bit better before they actually did their draft. But I think this team needs to be lower in the rankings as well. I don't think they deserve that rank 22 spot. Anyways, now that you are back, Chad, Matt is out here, and I hid the cane.
I want to see this reaction.
Yeah, I hid the cane so he couldn't see it until you came back. So let me give him his cane.
I want to see this. I want to hear him. I want to see him. Something.
Go sit down next to Jay.
You don't have to be on camera. You just have to sit here.
Because you're about to nut your britches, bro. You're about to nut your britches. I wish I had this.
Stop it.
Oh, stop it, dog. All right. So for those of you that don't know what's happening right now, Mick T actually made a cane for my buddy Matt, who is a wounded veteran.
And already in the stream, and
it's pretty dope. The only things that we told him was that he liked skulls and red and black. So this is what McT made for you.
Look at that and tell us what you think.
Dude,
that is badass.
Dude.
Yeah, that's sick.
Are you fucking kidding me? The handle is like a fucking revolver handle on an old school revolver.
It is like a gun handle. It is fucking sick.
Dude,
Yeah.
that thing is fucking filthy.
That is like
Dude, it even
a
got this
steampunk
paint. I didn't even
cake.
notice
And
that.
and show him where it says thank you for your service too.
It says thank you for your service on it. Dude, and this is all wood. Like this is carved into the wood. So the leather, all the leather working and shit, that's all wood. That's been
That thing is
painted.
fucking sick, man. That
Dude.
is sick.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, you got to stand up and make sure that it fits you. It should. I told him how tall you were, so it should fit you perfectly. Watch your feet. Don't trip over the cord.
The cord that's like literally wrapped.
Yeah,
around.
I know, because it fell.
I mean, it's a little too long, but
A little too long.
Yeah.
That's okay though. Because you can lean on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not really good for moving around, but
Dude, that's dope as fuck.
Dude, that thing is sick.
Dude,
Whenever
that
he
thing is
showed us on
filthy.
camera, out my jaw was just like, oh my god, that is
Yeah.
the detail and just everything on that thing is sick.
You see the beak at the bottom?
yeah, a little crow beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy smoking the blunt. I'm sorry.
It's a cigar, but you can call it a blunt. Same shit.
They got a military helmet on, smoking a blunt.
I got a military helmet on, smoking a blunt. You know, whatever. All right, back to the power rankings. Ranking number 23, the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, who's their quarterback now that Russ is gone?
That thing is so
Honestly,
Yeah,
they're trying. There's a plausible that Baker Mayfield will start for the Seahawks next year.
Mom.
Next year, so not this year, but next
No,
year.
this year.
No.
So they're
So
thinking that,
eventually lands with the Seahawks. But Drew Lock and Geno Smith are the two quarterbacks that the Seahawks have right now.
so do you think that if freaking or not James, fuck the hell,
Get out of the cat's face.
do you think if Baker Mayfield's spot gets taken in the offseason, do you think he'll be like, hey, I'm out of here and go to Seattle and be their starter?
Oh yeah. Oh, why wouldn't he? You already know they want him. You already know that they're hurting for a decent quarterback. I mean, I would not put money on Drew Lock or Geno Smith. I'm sorry. I wouldn't put money on either one of those quarterbacks to be your starter, bro.
Huh.
Especially not Drew Lock.
Sharks have
Drew
Brett
Lock
Favre
is-
going to be the quarterback for the Seahawks.
Yeah, no. Nice. That's not gonna happen. He's too old, bro. You hit him one time, his bones would break.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. But he
That
does
guy's been
wear the
hit
whole
a few
freaking that golden plate thing that always like Jerry Rice on him. Where like, oh, I can't get hurt. Gotta wear this golden like knee brace. Shut up.
Right.
Shut up. Oh my god, you're chugging Bud Light and I'm still freaking this much.
Oh, I still got that much left of this, but my Bud Light I cracked and it was getting warm, and so I don't like drinking warm Bud Light. Warm stout's fine, but warm Bud Light not so much. Hey, would you please stop it? Good grief. All right, so number 24, we got the New York Jets.
I will
don't
say
know a
Zach
whole lot.
Wilson's a beast. Zach Wilson is
yeah.
a fucking beast.
That's about all I know really about the Jets. I don't know a lot about them. I do know that Zach Wilson is a hell of a quarterback. But I like I said, I keep saying I think the AFC is just overstacked this year, bro. Like it's that whole side of the NFL is going to be just powerhouses, man. It's going to be a rough year for the AFC next year. Maybe for the next couple years, depending on how trades happen. If the teams keep what they've got now, it may be 2, 3, 4 years before the AFC isn't a powerhouse anymore, because you're signing, 3 and 4 year contracts with some of these guys, and a lot of them play out their contract.
Sorry.
So
Wrong button. Jets, Jets. No, I do have a Jets jersey, but I mean Russell Wilson's a beast. I think, I don't know, like Pigskin said, I don't know much about their offense, much about their defense. I don't know who they have for weapons. They're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need a lot of help. So.
yeah. Yeah, as will a lot of the teams on the lower end of this list. Like you've got number 25, you got the Carolina Panthers. Again, they just, Cam Newton's gone. What do you do now after Cam Newton? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The next slot, you've got the Washington Commanders. Same thing. They're rebuilding, man. A lot of these teams are rebuilding. I mean, they picked up. I mean, they did okay, I guess, in the draft because they got to draft so early.
Mhm.
But the problem is that they got to draft so early, but they're drafting these good players to a team that doesn't have other good players to back them up. You know what I mean? Like you're being drafted to a team that's on the low end because that's how the draft works. The team with the lowest record from the year before gets the first. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. So you're going to a team, and that's kind of the way the NFL is built to work. Is that the good players coming out of college are going to the worst teams in the league to kind of help build and buffer those teams to then power shift and then power shift back and power shift back. That's kind of how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to be fluid, where it's going from one extreme to the next and then back again. Again, I think a lot of these teams, the Detroit Lions is number 27. They come in right after the Washington Commanders. That's another team that I think is a team to watch out for.
The Washington Commanders or the Detroit Lions?
The Lions, because, yeah, I was saying this earlier, that they only won a couple games last year. But if you look at a lot of their games, they only lost by, 2 points, 3 points, a touchdown. They were not blowouts.
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't think that the old quarterback from the Rams, what the hell is his name? I can't think of what the hell his name is. Sorry, I've had a few drinks, so I cannot remember names right now. But the old quarterback from the Rams went to Detroit. Stafford went from obviously Detroit to the Rams, but I don't think they have a. I think they're probably at least 5 years out from even making a decent run.
The Lions?
No. The Lions.
The Lions. That's what I said. But
Jared Goff, thank you, Chadio. Jared Goff. Thank you.
I honestly think Samantha. Hello, lady. Love you. Thank you for coming in.
What's up, Samantha Lee?
But yeah, I mean, honestly though, man, like I said, you look at a lot of their games last year, and instead of being a 2-14, 2-15 team, they're a 9 and they've got 9 or 10 wins versus the 2 or 3 that they got based on a touchdown one way or the other. I mean, a team like that could surprise the hell out of you, and all of a sudden, by the time playoffs roll around, they're number 2 in their division, taking the wild card spot and making it to the AFC or the NFC Championship. You know what I mean? Like it happens, and with teams like that are on the bubble, it's hard to judge them.
True. It is. Like I said,
I'm taking the rest of this down the hatch, bro. I'm just letting you know.
I don't even know if I can drink all this. I don't want to waste it because there's a fucking BCS, for God's sake. And by the way, for those that don't know, I was 6-7 beers in and a couple shots in, and we decided to review a fucking Bourbon County Stout Cherrywood 14.2%. Whether it was his first beer for the night, it was my 7th or 8th beer for the night on top of some shots. And I've been drinking since like 2:00 when I left work. Woosa. But go ahead.
Kathy, I love you. I do not ignore you. Knock it off. I swear to you.
But
oh yeah, take it down the hatch, bro.
Dude, if I chug this, dude, I will spew all over my fucking computer. No. I will just you will see nothing but it's all over my computer screen.
Oh hey,
no.
I have another challenge for us to do while you're here. It's really funny.
Oh geez, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You can hear the sarcasm, I hope.
It's gonna be great.
Chug? No, I'm gonna BCS shark.
Chug something?
No.
Oh, he's trying to get you to chug.
No, I'm drinking a BCS. on top of beers already for the night. So no.
Look, you want somebody to chug? I will chug. I just opened this Bud Light. I will chug this Bud Light for you, Chark. That's what
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can drink this whole fucking thing.
Are you drinking it right now? Are you doing it? I'll chug this. I'll chug this beer. I just chugged the rest of my BCS, but I'll chug this one with you. If you're
I'm not
gonna do it,
I'm not gonna chug it. I may drink like half of it. I can't chug it because like I said, I will fucking spray my computer screen. And
all right, I'll take this, and you take whatever you can out of that. All right, ready to go.
Nope. Nope.
Ooh. Excuse me. Holy crap.
Nope.
Good, bro?
Oh my god. Nope. Nope.
Oh, I love you, bro.
I
fucking love you,
nope. 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 No. Nope.
All right. With that said, number 28, the New York Giants.
Giants fucking suck.
Yeah.
Fuck the Giants.
Since Manning left, they've been kind of downhill since.
Yeah, Giants suck because like they are in the NFC least with the Cowboys, and they are the suckiest of the suck. So yeah, they suck.
So here's the question for you: with Matt Ryan gone now in Indianapolis, number 29, the Falcons. Where do you see the Falcons this year?
Well, since Matt Ryan is gone, who has stepped in for the Falcons quarterback? Is it a veteran? Is it somebody new?
Marcus Mariota.
So an old
Yeah. It
guy
looks
from
like
Tennessee backup. So Marcus Mariota is now the Falcons quarterback.
Yep.
And no
Marcus
Ridley.
Mariota.
You have no Ridley.
And with Calvin Ridley suspended and Julio Jones in Grave Beard's purgatory.
So yeah, they're gonna suck.
Yeah. They're not gonna be bad.
I mean, they should be ranked 28 because they're gonna suck.
All right, number 30, the Chicago Bears. Again, it's another team they've actually dropped quite a bit. They dropped 5 spots on the power rankings from last year. So
we have no quarterback.
Nope.
You have no defensive line because Aaron Donald's gone.
Yep.
You don't have nothing over there. It is, if you're a Bears fan, sucks to be you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sucks to be you because you have
for that last spot this year and get that first round draft pick next year.
Well, I mean, they could fucking flop it all year and get it. So.
All right, and let's finish it off with the last two, ranked number 31 and 32. You've got 31, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and 32, the Houston Texans.
I think the Houston Texans will be better than 32. The Jaguars, since they lost freaking their head coach, and you have freaking Trevor Lawrence as their quarterback, they really haven't gotten better. They haven't really gotten worse.
They were ranked 32 last year. They're ranked 32 this year, bro. So you're right. They haven't got better. They haven't got worse. They've stayed at the very bottom.
Yep.
That is the least you can do. Is
I mean, granted, Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback, but you haven't put pieces around him enough to.
But you know what? You know what screws with me? What screws with me is that whole any given Sunday thing. Because here's what happens.
You got your quarterback, Justin Timberlake.
He says Texans are going to go 0-17, the Jags are going to go 2-15. Okay, but here's the problem: those 2 wins that the Jaguars are going to get are going to be against teams that need to win. You know what I mean? The 2 wins, the wins that those teams get, are the wins that screw up playoff chances, that screw up your ability to move on, because that team that you didn't expect to beats you. In a scenario where, oh, shit, now I'm out of the playoffs because I lost that game to a team that ended the year at 2-15.
Yes.
And so I'm just saying the Jags will not beat Denver in London. Do not speak blasphemy on my channel. That is blasphemy, bro. No. If Denver loses in London, I will. And if Denver loses in Seattle, I will never hear the end of it, bro. I have so many Seahawks friends. I will never hear the end of it.
Well, I thought I would
Russell
never hear
Wilson
the end of
doesn't destroy the
fucking
Seahawks.
Denver Broncos beating the shit and pants off the damn Cowboys in Dallas. And the good thing is I never heard ridicule of that. Like none of y'all, you or Chatty, both let me just have it. Like it happened, and y'all never said a damn word. And I was like, thank God. Y'all must have forgotten about it because that game sucked.
Yeah.
Dallas came out and was flat. Y'all beat the shit out of us. And like maybe that weekend, that Sunday, I heard about it. But other than that, I did not hear about it whatsoever after that fact. And I was like, thank God. So they must have forgotten about it.
But see, here's the deal, though. Like, I grew up in the Seattle area. I grew up with a plethora of Seahawks fans, okay? And I'm always wearing my Broncos gear, walking into Seahawks bars. I got no problem with it, and 90% of them are perfectly fine. They don't give two fucks about you. As long as you're a cool person, they don't give two shits. I got so much shit when the Broncos got stomped by the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Like, you have no idea how much crap was spoken to me about the Broncos after that game because the Broncos stayed in Denver. They didn't even show up to play in that Super Bowl. It was embarrassing as hell. I was not happy. So I think this year is going to be much better. We finally have a franchise quarterback we can put a little bit of stock into. We're starting to build up our offensive line. We did draft a really good fucking tight end to kind of help us out with the Noah Fant loss to Seattle with the trade for Russell Wilson. Like I said, I honestly think that I honestly think that things are going to change and shit here very shortly. So,
yeah, I say
the Broncos needed that. That's what they needed.
I will say this football season is going to be interesting. One, you have to think there has been a workout for damn Capper Dick with the Raiders. I mean, granted, he's either going to be a backup. He may get another, piece somewhere else. So you have to think Kaepernick. Also, you have to think Russell Wilson with the damn Broncos. You have to think J.J. Watt, having his second year with the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm not counting out the Cardinals. I'm not counting out the Cardinals. The Cardinals are a beast.
That's what I'm saying. Kyler Murray is a beast, bro. And with the Cardinals ranked at 20, I really think they should have been up like a 15 or a 14, somewhere up there with the Cowboys, because Kyler Murray he's phenomenal, bro. He really is. So watch out for him next year. The Arizona Cardinals are definitely very underrated, bro. Very underrated.
The Cardinals were good last year. Kyler Murray was good last year. Their defense was good last year. You had J.J. Watt. Don't write them off. I think the Cardinals have a good chance to do some damage. So.
Yeah. And like I said, with the way things are shifting right now, the NFC side of football has been lightened of some really high quality talent. Like, there's been a lot of shift to the AFC. So there's a lot of these teams in the NFC now that are having opportunities to perform better now that some of these superstars have moved over to the opposite division. So you're going to see shit start shifting in the NFC as well as the AFC. It's going to shift all around, and it's going to be crazy to watch. If Baker Mayfield stays with the Browns, I've been saying it for years, man. The Browns are a team. They've got a team. They've got a core base group of guys. If they can get a quarterback to lead that team, watch out for the Browns, man. They may take a wild card slot. They may not win a division, but they may end up in the playoffs, and they may end up being that team that throws that wrench in the mix that throws off that number 2 or number 3 team that wants to get into the playoffs and ends up not because they underestimated a team that they thought was weaker or less than they were.
Well, it's going to be interesting to either see Deshaun Watson or Baker Mayfield, because if Deshaun gets the job, Baker's gone, and if Baker gets the job, Deshaun's gone. So it's going to be whoever does well. The other folks gone. So
Right. But see, me personally, as a head coach, if I was a head coach, okay, if I'm a head coach of a football team, okay, if you got some shit going on in like court shit and you're getting accused of some bullshit and you're bringing a lot of media, I don't want that shit.
mm-hmm.
Like I don't want it. I look. You may be the best quarterback in the league. You may be the top tier. I don't want your drama, because the NFL is a form of media. Okay, it's a form of entertainment. It's a form of television. It's like a TV show. It's a soap opera for men. We watch football because it's a game. We love watching it, but it's literally a broadcast specifically targeted for the. You know what I mean? That's what it's meant for. So when you start messing with all that's where shit starts going crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Yep.
So
Like I
I
say,
don't know, man.
I still think the two biggest things are going to be Russell Wilson to Denver, and I think Tyreek Hill to Miami. I think those you really need to focus on those two.
Tyreek Hill leaving Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill. Sorry.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill leading Kansas City and Denver getting Russell Wilson.
Those are
That's
the
a
two
huge
biggest
shift.
pieces.
That's a huge shift
right
in that division, bro.
Yeah.
Because Tyreek Hill was Mahomes' number one target.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have that anymore. And that's what I was saying earlier. If he doesn't find that reliable target that he knows that he can throw that ball to every time, no matter where he puts it, that receiver is going to make the play and catch that football, Mahomes is going to have a problem. And I don't think they have a good enough running game to get them to the playoffs.
No, they don't.
So if Tyreek Hill gone, Mahomes is going to have to put in some work.
I mean, you have Priest over there, Priest Holmes, whatever the hell his name is, the guy from LSU, or what the hell his name is. I can't think what his name is. But you have that running back. He was kind of hurt off and on all throughout the season. But, and he's a stud. I mean, I compare him to Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
But obviously, Pat Mahomes wants to throw it. He always looks to throw. And if he can't have that long pass to Tyreek Hill, because he always knew Tyreek Hill was either down the middle or down the seam or down the edge, and he could just throw it. And Tyreek Hill, if it was either underthrown or overthrown, he's gonna go get it because he's that fucking good. Yep. He's that fucking good.
Yep.
And he's not gonna have that piece anymore. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he handles that. So
it will. I mean, I think that's going to be a big loss for them. And I think that's going to be, honestly, again, like I said, it's going to be a big gain for Denver and the Raiders and the Chiefs, the teams that have to play them over and over again. If Mahomes doesn't have that reliable receiver core, all you got to do is stop Mahomes, because they don't have a running game. They don't have that explosive, smash mouth football game that you need to have in the backfield to back up Mahomes. So you're putting it all on the quarterback's shoulder. And I'm telling you what, that's not how you win a Super Bowl. True. To be honest with you, the way you win a Super Bowl, your defense.
Oh,
defenses win Super Bowls.
Defense is the way to go.
Offenses win MVPs. Defenses win Super Bowls. That's how it works.
100%.
When you go to the Super Bowl, the MVP is 9 times out of 10 the quarterback, the running back, or a wide receiver. Von Miller actually got the MVP of a Super Bowl 50. Von Miller was a defensive player, but it does not happen very often. It is normally an offensive player that gets that MVP spot in a Super Bowl. And it's totally messed up because your defense got you there. Yeah, sure. You put up, 250 points throughout the year, but how many points did your defense stop from being scored? How many points did your defense stop from the other team putting up 270 points and beating you out? It all breaks down to your defense.
True. That is very true. It's all about defense, because you see how the Rams won the Super Bowl? Defense.
Yep. Dude,
Aaron Donald made the last tackle of that game to secure it. Defense.
Dude, in Super Bowl 50, when the Broncos won it, why do you think Von Miller got the MVP? Because our defense won that fucking football game. Our offense couldn't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Our defense fucking destroyed. They I mean, it was ridiculous. They did what they needed to do. And I think he had like 3 sacks or 4 sacks that game, and he was a beast, bro.
Yeah. Very true.
That's the one trade that I was very, very disappointed about, was watching the Broncos walk away from Von Miller. I never would have traded him. I never would have got rid of him. He was not only a key part of their defense, but he was the heart and soul of that Broncos team. So I'm hoping that Russell Wilson can bring a little bit of that to the table, as well as his talent. Not just his talent. We need somebody that can lead the team. You know what I mean? That can do what needs to be done to lead the team and be that leader that everybody needs on that team. And that's what Von Miller was that guy that got everybody together.
And what Chedo just said, and I completely forgot about this, Von Miller is now in Buffalo. He left Los Angeles. He went to Buffalo.
Yep.
And they needed that defensive presence, and now he's in Buffalo. Like I said, I love Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a fucking monster. They've been so close so much to getting to that AFC Championship game. They've been so close.
Yep.
And now they have that Granted, Von Miller is not as quick, not as fast, not as, great.
You got Von Miller on one side of the ball and Josh Allen on the other.
He's still good enough to do what he does.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You got Josh Allen on one side of the ball and Von Miller on the other. Good luck. I mean, you're going to deal with Josh Allen as a quarterback, and you're going to have to deal with Von Miller rushing you as a quarterback. Good luck, man. I mean, the Bills are going to be hard to beat
right now.
The Bills are going to be hard to beat.
Von Miller's not as great as he once was, but he's still good. Like I mean, I would probably put him in the top maybe 12 freaking linebackers. Because I mean he's not as quick, he's not as proficient as he once was, but he's still good. I mean, yes, him and freaking Aaron Donald took the guy down to win the Super Bowl, but it was mostly Von Miller.
Yep.
Well, not Von Miller, but what the hell? Aaron Donald. It was mostly Aaron Donald with Von Miller's help. So
right. But like I said, Von Miller, dude, he's a beast no matter what. Even like I said, like Chadio said, he's leader on and off the field. Like even when he was hurt, he was on the sidelines. He was there for his team. Like he was pumping his team up. He was giving the guys that are playing in his spots advice. Like, hey, look, when this guy takes a step inside, watch his instep because he fakes this direction, then he goes on the inside. So you see him on the sidelines coaching the guy that's in his spot.
Yeah.
So not only is he a leader when he's out there playing, but when he's not, he's helping the guys out there. He's like, look, man, watch his feet. He double steps and then takes a step to the inside when he's going to break inside. Go to the outside. You can watch him say this shit. It's fun, man. Like when Von Miller's mic'd up on the sidelines, you get those NFL mic'd up games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what he says when he's mic'd up, bro. Half the shit he's saying, he's talking to his teammates. Like, hey, watch 32. Watch 30. He's going to come inside. Watch 30. He's telling them what's going on, and he communicates on and off the field what they're doing and how they need to adjust to fix it. So replacing him on a defense, I mean, you're taking your main captain of your defense away.
True.
And replacing it with somebody who you're hoping can fill the shoes of a Von Miller, which is a very hard thing to do.
It is very difficult.
It is.
Like I said, yes, he's good, but he's lost maybe a step or two.
Right. So we have hit the 2-hour mark. We've been kicking it and chilling on this first episode of Friday Night Football on Pigskin Blitz. We are probably going to go ahead and shut this down here in just a minute. I am going to chug one last beer before we go, just for shits and giggles. Chad, you don't have to. I know you're fucking good, bro. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, he's good to rock and roll. So we're going to go ahead and chug this, and we're going to send you on your way. So thanks everybody for showing up tonight. We appreciate you showing up for the first Friday Night Football. Pay attention every Friday night. We will be here talking football, bullshitting, hanging out, and cheers. Have a good night.